What's up, guys? This is kind of the part 2 of getting constructive criticism and learning from my mistakes. At the beginning of the last video, I told you how important learning to take constructive criticism is. Today, I'm going to tell you that you don't need to take it from every asshole on the internet, because most of them don't know what they're talking about. When I say taking constructive criticism is important, I mean getting information from people you trust. Usually when you post stuff on the internet, everybody wants to show you how smart they are, how many episodes of Film Riot or Corridor they've watched, and they want to point out all your mistakes to show how smart they are, when in actuality, if you go through the Corridor videos or the Film Riot videos, they're doing the same thing to them, which is funny because they learned it from those channels and then are telling those channels how they did things wrong. There's some weird negative inception there, but I'll let you be the judge on that. So anyways, the people that show me that they're smart in this online is the people who show you what you did right, and they're able to see your artistic vision through the screen without having to be negative. Those are the people that I can tell know what they're talking about, instead of the people that come to you and say, hey, good job making a short film, but you did this wrong. Your lighting was a little too bright. It wasn't moody enough. Oh, sorry, it was a short film filmed in the sunlight. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell the sun what not to do. I know there's different ways to make moodiness, but you get my point. So anyways, point to all of this is have a nucleus of people that you trust, both people inside and that know what to look for, and people that don't, because some of the greatest feedback I get is from people that know nothing about making movies, but they know when something doesn't feel right. They just don't know why, and that sometimes is the most valuable information I get. Oh yeah, and if you haven't seen the short film yet, go ahead and look in the link in the description below and watch it before we do it, because I'm going to be interrupting it all the time. Let's roll that bumper. All right, so this film is actually a film that came out in 2019, but it was filmed in 2018. I think it came out in January of 2019. It's called The Audition, and yeah, we're going to walk through it, and I haven't watched it in probably 8 months, so let's see what I did right, what I did wrong. I will try to walk through a little bit more of the technical things, like what camera it was filmed on, how a shot was obtained, because in the last one, I mostly focused on the negative instead of telling you how I achieved positive shots. And yeah, so let's get started right away. First thing I'll notice is the music is played from the movie through on the imager. I like that a lot better.
What did he say?
A little overexposed at the first shot.
What the fuck? What? Why'd you take the tape off?
I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Ah, fuck it. Probably don't matter anyways. Kinda doubt anybody's around here.
So, this movie, again, just like the last one, was filmed on the GH5 with Metabone's speed booster. I think it's the Ultra, the .71, or maybe it's the XL. I don't know. Whatever one's .71. And, yeah, and mainly this film was filmed with the 18 to 35 Sigma lens.
Doesn't matter. I don't want to hear this guy blabbering all day. Hey, you. Get out of the fuck.
Missed focus a little bit there, but, you know, work with what you got.
Car.
Nope. No fucking way. As soon as I get out of this car, you're gonna shoot me.
Well, I can have him shoot you now.
Again, the focus is a little off.
Come on.
Please.
This, the guy with the gun here is Brent Kublik. He's one of the leads in this movie. Little known fact, he's also my cousin, and he didn't get this role because he was my cousin. He's actually a very talented actor. Calvin Maury McCarthy is the guy with his hand on a guy's butt right now. You might have remembered him from the last movie. He was in that. And Jason Reynolds, the guy who was in the trunk, was also in the last movie. And let's see. And the fourth guy, well, I'll show you the fourth guy when we get to him. When he got pulled out of the car, we did have crash pads there, so he did have somewhere to land without hurting himself.
Please. You don't have to do this.
And that's Cameron Lee Price up in Seattle, Washington. I think he's making the move to LA soon. I probably should. He's a very talented actor as well.
I got a family. I don't know who you guys are. You got the wrong guy. I have a daughter, and I have a wife.
Fuck up! Now, I don't know who you are. I don't give a shit. Does the name Nikki Cartwright ring any bells? Yeah. Well, apparently you pissed off the wrong guy.
Now, in this scene, you can kind of see some stabilizing artifacts. It was really shaky. The camera op on this one was actually my good friend Sean Delgado, who passed away. And yeah, so when I got the film back, I wanted to stabilize it a little more than I told him I wanted it in the first hand. So you see a little bit of motion blur in the stabilization, and that's what those artifacts are. This gun here is the same gun that we used in the last one. The reason why I like it is it's CO2 powered, so when you shoot it, it kicks back, and so that's an extra thing I don't have to do in post, and it gives a little bit of realism to when the actors are shooting.
Nothing personal, man.
Is this supposed to make me feel better?
Hey, look, bro, why don't you just do as we ask? Now walk that way.
That's filmed with the Mavic 2 Pro.
Where did you get this?
I think his name is Tom.
Ooh, the gun has a name?
No, the guy who gave me the gun, his name is like Tom or Tim or something like that.
Wait. You took a gun from somebody that you don't know?
No, I know who he is. I just can't remember his name right now.
Okay, let's try.
This whole sequence is being filmed on the Ronin S gimbal.
Try this again. Where did you get this fucking gun? And please try to make me feel a little better about your answer.
He's the tall guy with the bleached hair and the leather jacket with the stripe down it. He's always standing next to Nikki.
You're talking about Jerry, Nikki's best friend.
Jerry's the guy who gave me the gun. I told him that I didn't really want it, but he's like, Nikki insists, so...
Huh, okay. And this was information that you just didn't think needed to be relayed to the rest of us.
I figured everyone already had one.
Well, I certainly didn't get a fucking gun. Hey, man! Hey! Do you get a gun?
No? Why?
Would you ever take a gun from somebody that you didn't know?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Right, it doesn't matter. You know, we are supposed to be killing this guy, right? I mean, what was the big fucking plan? You're just gonna hit him in the back of the head with a rock? You know what? Why don't you just give me the gun back? It was given to me.
All right, why don't you
Location switch. I forgot to point out the location switch in the last movie we went over. It went a bit more seamless than this one, but nobody really notices it because they're focused on the good acting that's happening at the time instead of the surrounding background. So yeah, now we're on a completely separate location.
Why don't you take your fucking precious, Gollum? Guys, shit. What the fuck are you doing?
We can't exactly explain we got a guy's hands all fucking tied up now, can we?
Give me that. But I know it's yours. I'll give it back to you after they pass. You fucking try anything, and you'll be dying earlier than expected. No, scratch that. I'll plug both of them in front of you. And after I break your legs, before I gut you, and after you die from excruciating pain, God will cast you out for knowingly bringing others into the afterlife with you.
I won't try anything, I swear.
You better fucking not. You have no cards to play here.
I said I won't.
Again, the audio's a little low for me in this one, just in that part. I didn't do any ADR on this movie, thank God, which is why it was so quick to release. Like, about half the time it took to make small gains, it took to make this one. And, yeah, it's because I didn't have to ADR or anything, so I kept as much as the not in camera. It's was the Rode NTG3, and yeah, so I kept as much off of that as I could. Again, Miles Ito with the excellent score. A little wonky with the color grade there, I noticed. Seems like they're a lot more blue than the other two guys are. I may have had a reason. Hey, look, it's my mom. Bear with me. Hello? All right, I'll call you right back. Bye. Hey, another thing, another tip of the trade, always answer your mother's phone call. All right, let's keep going. This is Lauren Plymate here, who is my assistant director on Small Gains on the right. He's also the audio guy for all of my short films. And this is Richard Boron, who is an actor in the Portland area.
Nice piece.
What?
A peace sign. I haven't seen that since like 98.
Right, yeah. He loves his peace signs.
What are you guys doing way out here?
What are you guys doing way out here?
We're just on a little bit of a hike, you know, trying to stay in shape.
Yeah, us too. This guy is a hiking maniac.
We're always looking for people to go hiking with. You mind if we head back in with you?
That was pretty bad post-production camera zoom right there. Yeah, I don't know why it was so bad. I think probably it didn't have motion blur turned on.
You guys gotta get the fuck out of here. What? We come out here to get away from douchebags like you.
Again, there was a little problem with the color grade there. I didn't get, again, with my not getting pickup shots, I only got one pickup shot of the gun with going back into his pants. So I had to use it in different ways. And yeah, it suffered because of it.
No, you can't fucking go with us. You always intrude on strangers and force yourselves into their lives? There's some self-awareness, asshole. Look, yeah, you just thought you owned every part of the trail. Well, you don't. Now get the fuck out of here.
All right, man, we're out of here.
Look at these fucks.
What the fuck was that?
Son of a fuck,
we originally recorded this on a gimbal and it looked completely awful. So in post-production, I added a bunch of camera shake and it made it more palatable. One thing I will say is, for your actor's sake, don't film a chase scene on a hill that's going downhill like that. It just is going to play havoc with their shins, and that's on me, and I apologize for the guys who had to run downhill over and over and over. These two had the option of using crash pads in this scene and thought it would look better without them. And so it obviously does, but good job to Jason and Brent for putting their bodies on the line.
All right, that's enough. I don't want to have to drag him the rest of the way.
You hit me. I didn't do anything to you.
Get the fuck up! No! I'm tired of marching to my death. Just shoot me right here and get it over.
Who said anything about shooting you? We were gonna take you to like a rock star camp. Come on, let's go.
Get the fuck up, or I'm gonna start breaking some fucking fingers. All right, I'm up. Now fucking move it.
This shot was taken with the Mavic Pro 2 as well. Also, there's houses up in the background there that I had to take out in post-production.
Hey, how much further? It's starting to get dark. It's raining.
It's just right up here. We're almost there.
Okay, how much further?
Who the fuck is this kid? Just Donnie. Don't worry about him. I trust him.
At this point in the day, it started getting really, really dark. And so I really had to push the ISO. And I've always been told the GH5 is not a good low light camera. And it actually did all right. You can see some color changing, obviously, from this point on. But it held up in the dreary dark northwest. And when I'm saying it was dark, by the end of this, it was to where I could barely see anyone 8 feet in front of me. So it held up pretty good.
Oh, is that it?
Yep, we're here.
Hold up. Go! Well, shit. I guess it's time for you to be a man now. This will all be over real soon.
Fuck you, I know.
A little bit of artifacting on the voices because there was traffic sound in the location we were at. So I had to do some noise reduction. And at that time, I wasn't as good as I am now with noise reduction. So a little bit of artifacts on the voice.
So, what now?
Donnie. It's your time to shine.
What? You guys didn't say anything about me having to kill anybody.
I don't want it.
But I'm not really the trigger type of guy. You know?
Fucking ridiculous. Why did you even come?
Oh, fuck this. Give me the goddamn gun.
Our makeup artist was Zach Smith again. Did a great job bruising him all up from the beatdown and bloodying up his nose.
Good boy.
Also, the two guys that fell there during that whole sequence with just the two guys that were shooting, we didn't have access to them on that day, so that's why they're kind of out of the shot randomly. Again, nobody notices if you shoot it creatively enough. And yeah, we seem to have pulled it off. Ooh, a little box in the middle of nowhere. What the fuck? Obviously, VFX shots. At the time, I wanted to do the headshot explosion like I did in Small Gains with the practical squibs, but we just didn't have time. I tried one thing, it didn't work, and it was just getting too dark. We had no time. Again, Zach Smith with the makeup on the broken nose. And Savannah Somerville with the makeup underneath the nose as well. Because on the third day, Zach couldn't come. So she had to fill in and do a lot of that makeup along with matching Jason's makeup. I also don't like the framing of this shot. You see all this dead space over here to the right? I should have centered the frame up more or put it on the complete opposite side of the frame because he's looking off into a space that just seems really cramped. I think the reason this happened is because we were rushing so much and we were filming them both on the same side because of what was behind them. There was a big house behind them, so we had to cheat it a little bit, and I think it suffered because of that. We also had Heather Sweely Lacambra, I think is how you say her name, who did a lot of the touch-up makeup in the scenes all before the bloodiness.
Well, there you go. Just get it fucking over with.
These are shot now on an 85 millimeter. It's the Rokinon 85 millimeter DS EF mount.
Who's got the keys? Get them. Toss them here.
Every sound effect in this movie was all done in Foley or in Sound Effects Library. All the footsteps, the same thing with Small Gains. I'm very good at matching sounds to how they sound in real life, but I'm trying to work on making them sound more like movie sound effects than just real life sound effects. They all sound like they're really there, but they don't sound like big and movie-like, in my opinion.
Come here. Now, drag them and kick them over the edge.
Come on, man.
Lost focus a little bit there.
Really?
We didn't have a focus puller on this shoot either, so it was, I think I shot these parts. Yeah, the end of the movie, Sean wasn't able to come out because he had to work. So yeah, I was the one shooting for all the 85 millimeter stuff, all the close-ups, and the fight scene I shot myself too.
You don't think someone will find him?
Don't worry about it. It's been taken care of.
The fuck are you talking about taking care of?
It's not important.
Alright then. I guess it's my turn now. Fuck it. Do what you gotta do.
Just stop talking before you say something that pisses me off. You're in.
What?
You passed. Honestly, I don't even see how these two fucks got an audition.
Audition.
Come on. You gotta
I love how the music mixes that, and then they walk off, and yeah, on to their next adventure. Miles Ito did another great job again. The music adds so much in movies. And there you go. That is the audition. Let's I'm gonna go through the credits again here. You don't have to worry about this guy because you know who that is. Miles Ito. Miles always gets his own card because I can't imagine how tough it is to write scores for these movies. Also, it's in his contract. Miles is one of the people I contract to do these movies because to get that level of score, you're gonna have to pay for it. Brent Kublick, very talented actor, also happens to be my cousin. Go look him up on IMDb. He's actually in a lot of stuff. He was in some episodes of Leverage. He did some stuff with Reese Witherspoon. He's also in Grimm. And yeah, same thing with Jason Reynolds, who was also in a lot of Grimm episodes. And he's also been in a lot of anything that comes through Portland, Jason's attached to. Cameron Lee Price is up in Seattle, came all the way down for this flick. The kid is a workhorse. He started a website by himself. By website, I mean a place on Facebook for everybody in the Northwest to gather and share thoughts and whatnot. And I just see this kid acting everywhere. He's a hustler and he's doing good things. Calvin Maury McCarthy. Calvin, what can I say? I love Calvin. Calvin is a guy that I give a lot of rope to have a different kind of personality than it's in my head. Every time I've given him a role, he's done something, he's done a personality completely different than how it was in my head, and it's come out better every time for it. Richard Boren, he didn't have a lot to do here, but big, strong guy. He was one of the hikers, and I'm really thankful he came out for it. Lauren Plymate, like I said last time, Lauren is a rock star. He did a very good job for his first acting debut, and yeah, maybe we'll see him in some more stuff. Sean Delgado, the guy running the Canada director of photography. I miss you, Sean. Sorry, I still, it hurts that he passed away, but I'm glad I got to do some movies with you, man. Lauren's a stud. I can only say it so many times. Nate Parmalee, my first AC, also the guy, like I said, is the guy who comes in and I have to show over and over and over saying, does this look good? Does this look good? Does this look good? On this shoot, he was the first AC, also running Slate, and yeah, I can't do these movies without him. Zach Smith is a very talented makeup artist, as you can see by the last two films. I have better makeup on these shorts than I should because of Zach. Another makeup artist, Savannah Somerville, came through in a pinch. Zach had to work at the last minute on the last day, and he couldn't come. And so he gave me some names of people, and Savannah came out with like a half an hour notice and just killed it, matched it. I don't even know which scenes are Zach's and which ones are Savannah's because she was able to match Zach's makeup so well. Heather was actually the first makeup artist on here. It was her first time working as a makeup artist. She did a great job touching everybody up, making sure there's no shine on everything, and she just had to work. That's why she wasn't in some of the bloodier shots. Zaylee Plymate, Lauren's daughter, she did a good job being a production assistant. She helped us out with whatever we needed and told us if shots looked good and if they didn't. Jessica Aiken, who did a great job helping us out. That's Brent Kublick's lovely girlfriend, and she did a great job just carrying stuff, and whatever we needed, she did as well. Again, I only have two credits. Don't put your name all through the credits. Music by Miles Ito. Miles is a stud and he knows it. Michelle Kublik was the location manager. Her and my cousin Brent owned the first location we went to. The second location was owned by Wendy Showman and Robert Showman, my mom and my stepfather. Special thanks to my kid because she has to look at all this stuff over and over and over. And at this time, I think she was 16. It's got to be annoying for a 16-year-old kid. And produced by Lunascope Media. So that's the audition. I had a very good time making that movie. I learned a lot. I got a lot of very good praise on it. A lot of people that got me to the next short. And yeah, the reason I say this isn't a competition, let's all rise in this business together, is for reasons like I said at the beginning of this video. People that can't create good content want to put down others that are close or are there to make themselves feel better. And to me, that's just kind of a low thing to do. Let's prop all of each other up and help each other. And that's what I mean when I say this isn't a competition. Let's all rise in this business together. I'll see you next time for Culpability.